What's up, guys? Donovan here, Martial Arts Business Made Easy, and today I'm going to bring you something that I get asked a lot about is staffing, right? How to hire staff, how to train staff, when do I need staff? And today, hopefully, I can give you guys a little bit of insight on what we're thinking when we're opening our locations and growing our locations. So the big thing is, who do you need to hire? When do you need to hire them? And then how do you pay for them, right? How do you get it? How do you make it happen? The first thing you need to do, guys, is a checklist. Okay, so this is super important. Create a checklist every single day. What are you doing inside of your business? From walking in, turning on the lights, teaching classes, doing everything throughout the day, to turning off the lights and locking the building. You need to have everything documented, because first, that's going to allow you to see exactly where you're spending your time and energy. Probably going to find some holes that you can plug and immediately make your business more efficient, but it's also going to help you decide when and who to hire. All right, guys, so when it comes to, once you make this checklist, you need to look at, what takes the most amount of your time every day. For most school owners, that's going to be actually teaching class. The next thing is money. So how much does it cost, right? Like, getting someone to answer phones is going to be different cost than having someone fulfilling classes and teaching classes. Ultimately, you want to get to the point where all you're doing in the business is making decisions. When do we hire? Who do we hire? How much do we pay? What events are we doing? Everything eventually should get to the point where you're just the CEO of your business. You're making decisions and you're basically steering the ship in the right direction. And then ultimately, you want to get to the place where once you hire these people, you've trained them well enough that they can make decisions for you. They can make decisions for the business and move it in the right direction because they know the vision for the business. And that allows you to exit completely. Once you get to this step, you can either A, collect your owner draw every single month, or B, you can exit, you can sell. Most school owners, most small businesses in general, never get to this level. They get stuck right here with the time and the money problem. And then, some get to that decision point, and then some get to the exit, but most don't. The cool thing about being at the exit is you're making money, the business is efficient, it doesn't require you to be there all the time. You could sell it if you wanted to, but if you're making money and you enjoy what you're doing, which I think a lot of people in our industry enjoy teaching, you have the freedom to teach, but you ultimately have the freedom not to teach if you don't want to. All right, so let's talk about who at first. So when we're starting our locations, we start all of our locations with two full-timers, a full-time head instructor and a full-time office manager, a person that's off the floor. So when you think about who, guys, for most people, not being in the situation we're at, where we can just out of the gate hire two full-timers, most people are not there. And at one point, we were not there. So what do? The first person you need to hire is kind of an admin person, or really a jack of all trades person. This is someone they just love your business, they love your program, and they want to be involved in it. It's a student that, for us, our first hire outside of this was Rachel. It was someone she was in our martial arts program, she was a teacher, she had values that we found that would be a great benefit for our business and aligned with us really, really well. But she also loved martial arts. So for me, it was a simple decision, and someone that I could target to join our business and be a part of our program. But you need that admin person, someone that just frees you up, so you're not always answering the phones. When you're teaching classes, you don't have to go off of the floor to talk to that parent that's walking in to get information about their programs, right? You're able to just do what you do, and that's probably fulfilling. This is where we feel like most of our money is being made, is by actually teaching on the floor. So the first person to hire is admin. They're sending out postcards, they're responding to emails, they're answering the phones, they're handling walk-ins. That frees you up to not have to do a lot of that stuff. That then allows you to focus on fulfillment and then selling, right? Selling and marketing your business. Fulfillment, a lot of times we think this is the most important part of our business, and it's a very, very important part of the business, but ultimately it does not move the business forward, okay? So hear me out for a second. You can have the best fulfillment in the world. You can be the best instructor on the floor in the world. But if you have no one taking your classes, it doesn't really matter. It's not a business, okay? The ultimate thing that you need to be focusing on as the owner of your business is sales. You need to be getting new people, new blood in your facility literally every single day, not every month. Every single day. Our mission at our locations is we need new students on trial that didn't know about us a week ago that are now in our program trying it out for the first time. So admin is the first person you want to hire. The next person you want to hire is someone that can help you on the floor. And even if that's just doing the warm-ups, leading a portion of class, doing the announcements, doing parents' night outs, doing birthday parties, doing events, someone that helps you fulfill the actual service that you're teaching, which is martial arts. And then finally, sales. This is the thing you don't want to get rid of until the end, okay? Because this is the most important part of running a business, is making sales, okay? So this is probably what you should be focusing on as the owner, as the CEO. This is what you should be focused on most. Another reason is because an admin person, you could probably find for, $12 to $15, right? 12 to 15 bucks an hour. Someone to fulfill, right? Depending on your program, probably the same thing, maybe like 15 to 20 bucks an hour. But when it comes to sales, someone that's really good at sales is going to cost a lot more money because they're bringing the company money. These people aren't necessarily bringing money in. They're just exchanging time for hours, or time for dollars. Whereas the sales are actually what are bringing in money into your facility, okay? So when do you hire these people? Honestly, sooner than you think, okay? A lot of times people are like, am I ready, am I not ready? To be honest, it's a personal choice for everyone, but ultimately probably a lot sooner than you think, because you need time to train them. You need time to get them ready. And with something that we talk about in our coaching group is, our busiest months are August, September, and October. If you wait to start hiring people in August, it is too late, because the busy season is here and you don't have time to train them. If you think about retail stores, they don't hire people in the month of November and December. They hire them in October so they can train them to be ready to go and to sell and to help out customers in November and December, right? They help them out in the busy time. So you need to hire sooner than you think. You need time to train them to do exactly what you want them to do, to set the expectations for them. And then how? Guys, just do the math, all right? It's really not as challenging as you think it is. Let's just say you bring someone on, this admin person. You bring them on right now, 15 bucks an hour. Say they work 20 hours a week. This can be a part-time position to start. All of these can. So 15 bucks an hour, 20 hours a week, that's $1,200 a month. So if you have $150 average client value, you need 8 students. Okay, so realistically, this person you can hire and cover their salary within a month. Right? Because think about it, now that you're not doing the phones, you're not doing the walk-ins, you're not doing the intros, you're not posting on social media, you're not doing all the admin type stuff, you now have more free time. It's not free time to sit at home and watch Netflix, it's more free time to get 8 more students. If you can get 2 new students per week, so that totals 8 for the entire month, you just literally covered this person's salary. And you don't have to worry about them ever again, because they're doing their job, they're going to get better at it, they're going to be more valuable to your team, and you covered it within 30 days. And I'll tell you from experience, this is exactly what I did with my first school. When I hired Luke, I gave up my salary. At that point, I was only making 800 bucks a month, and I started paying Luke $800 a month. But what that did was free me up to focus on sales and getting more people in. And then once our business grew again, I was making about $2,500 a month at that point. We hired Rachel, and I brought her in at $2,500 a month, which brought me back down to 0. But then now my goal is to fill students to cover that position. So guys, ultimately you need people to grow your business. You need people to provide your product, to provide a great service. You do need to hire sooner than you think. You need to train them, and just do the math on what it's going to cost to get them to help you grow your business.